विकृत मानसिकता पहली बार सदन ने देखी है।
There is no substance whatsoever behind this sensationalism.
The BJP strongly refutes, condemns the baseless and bereft of political propriety comments leveled by Congress against the BJP. लिखित चिट्ठी में शिकायत करते हैं कि हमारे फोन की बगिंग हो रही है तत्कालीन गृह मंत्री चिदंबरम के द्वारा। उस कांग्रेस पार्टी से क्या उम्मीद की जाए?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का नाम बदलकर अब भारतीय जासूस पार्टी रख देना चाहिए।
The inquiry must be done. We cannot just brush it under the carpet.
हम लोगों ने मांग की कि फोन टैपिंग के पूरे मामले की जांच जेपीसी के माध्यम से होने की आवश्यकता है।
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. This is a scandal that has rocked the first day of the monsoon session of Parliament, derailing the legislative agenda and has cast a shadow on the future proceedings. The opposition is waging a war against the centre after the explosive report on the spyware Pegasus. First reported by Paris-based Forbidden Stories and Amnesty International, an explosive data leak has revealed that Pegasus, sold by the NSO group of Israel, may have been used to conduct surveillance on around 300 Indians, including cabinet ministers, opposition leaders, government officials, lawyers, scientists, and around 40 journalists from various publications and portals. Reports suggest Rahul Gandhi, Abhishek Banerjee and political strategist Prashant Kishore may have been targeted in the run-up to the 2019 elections, even though Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and MOS Jal Shakti Prahlad Patel's names have also featured on this reported list. The opposition has dubbed the reports as evidence of state-sponsored surveillance. Rahul Gandhi fired the first shot via Twitter in the morning, saying, "We know what he has been reading, everything on your phone." And chaos erupted in Parliament, with opposition leaders even interrupting the Prime Minister's speech introducing the new Council of Ministers. Now, Pegasus is among world's most sophisticated spywares. It is capable of hacking both Android and iOS devices and runs in the background without the user knowing it. It usually infiltrates devices via malicious links in emails or through chat apps. It can access contacts, messages, passwords, live calls, and can even switch on the affected device's camera and microphone. NSO has said it only sells the spyware to government agencies and has dismissed the reports, saying they are full of wrong assumptions and uncorroborated theories. The opposition has demanded answers from the centre, calling for an independent investigation, including a JPC probe. The centre has dismissed charges, saying there is no evidence of hacking beyond the conjecture of the reports, with Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav calling it sensational story with no real substance, adding that any surveillance is conducted via legal protocols. His predecessor, Ravi Shankar Prasad, also called the charges baseless, saying the Congress had a history of snooping and many phones were bugged during the UPA regime. The charges in the political war have cast a shadow on the monsoon session of Parliament, as more opposition parties are set to raise the issue, threatening to derail the legislative agenda. So, can there be smoke without fire? Or is this purely a political flashpoint based on conjecture? Joining me on the show, Syed Nasir Hussain is the Member of Parliament of the Congress, Amit Malviya, BJP IT cell in charge, Jitin Jain, Director, and he is also a cybersecurity expert. Vijayta Singh is a journalist with Hindu, one of those whose phones was allegedly hacked, and Biswajit Deb is TMC spokesperson. Mr. Malviya, I'm going to begin with you. You are dismissing this as an international conspiracy. Shouldn't the government be ordering a probe to find out who these conspirators are? Because this is certainly alarming that the fourth estate has been targeted the way it has been. Someone holding constitutional post, two of your own ministers, including the current IT minister, has been targeted.
Well, Maria, order a probe, but for what? The report that has emerged yesterday in sections of media, in fact, does not even go on to make an allegation that there was surveillance or snooping of any kind. these are just conjectures that there is a list of mobile numbers which apparently are owned by people who are either in the media or in politics or other influential positions, including few from my own party and those who were sitting ministers. It says nothing beyond that. So what is it that you want investigated? Those who have come up with this entire investigation or supposed investigation or revelation haven't gone beyond making sweeping statements. Where is the evidence? Where are more details? Where have you actually pointed out that the government of India, or for that matter, any other government, including state governments, are involved in it? And if you read the NSO statement, it also says that while they sell it to governments, they also have certain private clients. They've also come out and refuted the nations which have been named by these agencies which have put out this report.
But Mr.
So
Malviya, if you say
it's a
that
lot of-
everything is conjectures, then why not order a probe? Because 40 journalists are on this list. There is a constitutional authority that is on the list. Your own ministers are on this list. There must be some, there's no smoke without fire, as we say. So go to the bottom of the truth. Where is the truth? Shouldn't you be inquisitive about it? You're running the government.
Well, the fact is that there has to be a shred of truth in this entire conspiracy that is going around for us to even order an investigation. I want to ask you, these hacks are supposedly in the year 2017, 18, 19. We are in 2021. The total list of people who were initially hacked as per various report was about 180. And if you read the report and you go down, the number eventually is 12. Some people whose phones are supposedly hacked, when they were asked to go through a forensic check, they either backed out or they said that there has been no hack at all. I want to ask those whose names have appeared in this list and they believe that their phones are hacked, why don't they go and submit themselves and their phones for a forensic test?
Okay.
We will know whether it actually
I will take that
requires an
question too,
investigation or
Vijayata,
not.
because the phone was hacked. But before that, Nasir Hussain. Nasir Hussain, if NSO is saying that the list of countries are incorrect and some are not even their clients, adding that majority of their clients are Western democracies, they are asking for proof because they don't have the data or the numbers. They remain only with the clients only. That is the reason why BJP is saying that these are conjectures, that this is some kind of fishing expedition.
See, Maria, I think the whole point in this is whether the government is ready to conduct an inquiry or not, because this is nothing which has been revealed only in our country. The whole world is debating on this. It is very clear that this can be used only Pegasus. I mean, this spyware can be used only by the government or the government agencies. No independent agency or a private agency can own this. Now the fact is, from journalists to advocates to activists to politicians to ministers to bureaucrats, everyone has been snooped. The numbers have been collected. Their conversation has been listened to. Now the point
But
is,
NSO
if
says,
the government is denying
okay,
this,
if you
it
look
is
at
as
the conversation
it
that
is
has
as
happened
simple as this.
between
Just go
NSO
for order
and the
inquiry.
questions that have
Just
been
order an inquiry and come clean on
Okay,
that.
so if you are saying just order the inquiry, order an inquiry on what is what Amit Malviya is suggesting? Come clean on what?
No, come clean. See, there are allegations now against the government that the Pegasus, that the Pegasus has been involved in snooping from the government functionaries to independent functionaries to media to judiciary to election commissioner to everyone. Now the whole point is this India's security system has been compromised. Now, who is the person behind it? Is it the Home Minister on the instruction of the Prime Minister Modi or someone else in the ministry? The country wants to know. So as you ask for inquiry in every other thing in every other state, so please you conduct an inquiry into this
Mr.
entire
Malviya, quick
allegation
response.
and come clean on it. Come clean on it.
Madam, very quickly, in 2013 there was an RTI which said that the UPA was on a monthly basis snooping on 9,000 phones and 500 emails. So that is the Congress's track record. And Chidambaram, when he was the Home Minister, he had bugged Pranab Mukherjee was then the finance minister. So clearly the Congress does not have too many credentials to speak about snooping and surveillance. But let me come to the most substantive issue here. We are saying that the report that has come out does not provide any evidence or corroborate even the allegations that they are making, and therefore there's nothing to investigate. The NSO statement also says the same thing. The question is that India, as a state, has set protocols. There is the Telegraph Act of 1885, there is an IT Act of 2000, Section 69 within, which stipulates how surveillance will be done, and every country and every government has a mechanism around it. We have too many checks and balances to allow for unchecked surveillance to happen in our country. Pegasus is a software that is owned by NSO. Now, nowhere in the report is it being said that it is the government of India that has ordered this hack or surveillance.
But it is being said that they do
conjectures.
businesses only with the governments. So it is assumed that it is the government which acquired Pegasus and then used it. Let me get a word from someone.
Maria, no, I have to make one last point here.
Yes.
Can I come
Those
in,
who are
Maria?
alleging
30 seconds.
that it is
Maria,
the
30
government
seconds.
of
Maria, 30
India,
I'm coming to you, Mr.
then they must have done their
Nasir
Hussain.
homework
Nasir Hussain ji, I'm
come
coming
out
to you.
with evidence suggesting that the government of India actually engaged Pegasus and ordered this hack.
Okay.
Where is that evidence?
Okay.
This is the question that we are
Okay,
asking.
I'm going to take that question to both Biswajit Deb and Nasir Hussain, but Nasir Hussain, first to you. Where is the evidence that it is the government of India which has this contract with Pegasus?
See, let me just give a rebuttal to Amit. See, every time the BJP spokesperson or the people in the government cannot just wash away things by saying that Congress did this in 2014 or Congress did this in 1960 or 1970. Now the fact is that there are allegations against the government that the government and its functionaries are involved in snooping. They have to come clean on that. That is point number one. Point number two, under this garb of saying that everyone who is alleging, whether it is a Wall Street Journal or somebody sitting in the US or France or England, these allegations are anti-India. They're trying to destabilize India. These kind of arguments that are coming from BJP spokesperson.
Okay, Biswajit Deb, since you are a lawyer as well.
This argument, that's what they are doing.
Okay, how can you challenge the legality of a tool that the government has never acknowledged? If the government has never acknowledged using it, then how can this tool be challenged? This is at best going to play out in the political domain.
The problem is, you see, one must understand, the government is not ready to accept any allegations against the present government. And this is a very serious allegation. And this has been confirmed from various sources that there are at least 300 telephones which have been hacked in this manner. And I would like to specifically mention that Mamata Banerjee had raised this issue on 9th of January 2020 when she said that her phone was also tapped, including the phones of several ministers of West Bengal, IAS and IPS officers. At that time, the central government refuted that charge. And Mamata Banerjee had specifically mentioned that it was done at the behest of the central government, and 2 and 3 state governments were also involved, out of which one is a BJP-ruled state government. So this procedure, this particular policy of the central government, we have seen since the last few years that whenever they face any problem, they use this particular technique.
But what were they really facing between 2017 and 2018? Okay, one moment. Let me bring Vijayta. Sir, I have got two other panelists. They have not even made opening comments.
1 second. Why they are not ordering for an inquiry? Let there be a judicial
Okay, so let there be a probe is what both the opposition parties are demanding, Mr. Malviya. But before that, Vijayta. Vijayta is among the 40 journalists whose phone was allegedly bugged using this Israeli spyware and put on surveillance. Vijayta, when were you told that your phone has been bugged, and the period when it was, and what were the stories that you were working on?
So it was a few days ago that the Wire team got in touch with us, and they told me that my phone could have been compromised, and so they ran some forensic checks in collaboration with a consortium of journalists. As you know, many organizations were working together on this, including Amnesty. So they found a bug on my old phone, which I no longer use. It's on my old handset, which I have. and they found that there was a serious attempt to hack into my phone, and they even identified the bug, the link, the malicious link through which the bug was introduced into the phone. So they do not have the capability to probe if the bug still continues to be in the phone, because I no longer use that phone, or it has passed on to my next phone, because emails and other applications, they're all connected, stored in the cloud. So this is what I was told, and but the government has not. Mr. Malviya said that about Pegasus. He's been mentioning about NSO, that NSO has denied, but government has not yet categorically denied that they have not used Pegasus. There is no statement from any minister or any government that they have not used Pegasus. They have only said that there has not been any unauthorized surveillance or unauthorized phone tapping of anybody. And as far as I cover national security, as far as phone tapping is concerned, there are 10 agencies which are authorized by the government to tap phones and to surveil people. But there is no clarity on which agency, which department purchased this particular software, if at all it was purchased, from which fund it was, which particular agency was used to purchase this fund, and from where to purchase this software, and who authorized it, when was it bought, because NSO.
So there are a lot of questions that Vijayata is essentially highlighting. Jitin Jain, I was going through the articles, and one point that they raise is also about this HLR lookup, where anybody can log in, get all data, name, number, location. Could it have been this? Because this is not for the first time. In September of 2018, we saw the Citizen Lab, a Canadian organization, publish a comprehensive report identifying 45 countries, including India, where this spyware was being used. And according to that report, Pegasus and WhatsApp hacks were used in India by a group called Ganges to target journalists and activists.
Look, for ordinary people to understand, HLR lookup is basically used by telecom operators to figure out when they want to terminate a call or an SMS, whether the user is in the home circle or visiting a foreign country, or which tower they have to send that call or message to. So it essentially tells you the tower location or city location of a person. Now, it is claimed that these HLR lookups were used by some Pegasus guys, or is it used by Amnesty? So it can at best tell you, phone numbers which were targeted, they are in which country. That's it. Uske iska koi use hai nahi. Now you have to look at the bigger things. And on a very serious issue, leaving the political rhetoric aside, see, it's a very serious issue. Kudos to Citizen Lab, which has done a fantastic investigation, and they have carried out, Amnesty has carried out world-class forensic investigation. There is no doubt that certain of the phones were hacked and they were infected with Pegasus malware, and NSO groups also admit. Now, there is one element which has no substance in the report, and which I think everybody must ask. The whole substance of this surveillance is based on a list of numbers. Now, Amnesty or Washington Post says that it is a leaked database. Leaked by whom? Because authenticity of such a grave allegation has to be only proven by the authenticity of database. So we do not have any conclusive evidence right now, whether it is a real database, whether it is an extended list, whether it is a filtered list, whether more numbers will come, whether it is a fake list. Now, what has happened that certain people who were contacted from that list, out of those, I think 100 odd people, 25 people were found to have been infected with the Pegasus. Certain people were found to be attempted to be hacked, and on certain devices, no evidence was found. So we need to look at the sample size that, one, authenticity of that list. Second, now this whole premise that this hacking has been carried out by the government is based on the fact that NSO group says they sell only to the vetted governments. Governments are vetted governments. I think, in my opinion, if you look at, in any democratic setup or even a dictatorship, every country would have an intelligence agency which will have a constitutional mandate to carry out surveillance for the survival of state, for the security of state. और आज के जमाने में जिस तरह से टेक्नोलॉजी इवॉल्व हो रही है, आप मान के चलिए सर्वेलेंस टूल भी जो लेटेस्ट अवेलेबल होंगे, एवरी एजेंसी वुड बाय. If an agency buys a surveillance tool like Pegasus, उसमें debate नहीं होनी चाहिए. They should buy. They have to buy for deal with terrorism and all.
Okay, but Jitin, what the opposition is saying, order a probe. Should there be a probe? Because the questions that you are raising.
30 seconds. Now the problem is that if an Indian agency has bought the tool, the authorization has to be given. It will be documented. It has to be a lawful interception. What appears here is that certain phones have been targeted, which may not have been involved in terrorism or any national security. So there is an element of unauthorized interception here, which I think hints at the involvement of a private player, of an unauthorized party. It may be a foreign government, it may be a state government.
Okay. So there could be, you have asked valid questions, and I'll take that to Amit Malviya. Amit Malviya, respond to what Jitin Jain is saying.
Well, Jitin Jain is saying exactly what I have been saying, that if there is an element of evidence which suggests that the government of India has authorized these hacks outside the set protocol, then that evidence has to be made available. Because let's not forget, you have agencies like MNST, Foreign Architecture, Citizen Lab, Forbidden Stories, Open Society funded by George Soros, all coming together to bring out this great report. So if you have people of such caliber working on this report and trying to save Indian democracy from an Orwellian state, clearly they must have got and done their homework. But the fact is that none of this information is available. I am all for investigation, provided there is evidence to suggest that something wrong has happened, other than some random phone numbers have been hacked and eventually that number...
Okay, Nasir Hussain, what wrong has happened is what the BJP is asking, and so is the security expert on the show.
See, if you look at the website of NSO Group, it is very, very clear, and it states that this Pegasus spyware can be owned, can be purchased only by government or agencies working for the government. It is very clear on their website. So now the point is, Indians, whether it is a member of parliament, a minister, a journalist, or whoever it is, have been snooped. Now the point is, whether it is the government which has purchased or the government agency which has purchased the spyware and did the snooping, or somebody else from outside India has done this snooping. For in both the circumstances, there should be an inquiry. And why is the government hesitating to have an inquiry? That is my question.
Okay, Biswajit Deb, your final comments?
Exactly. My demand is also that there should be an independent probe, and if necessary, there should be a judicial probe, because the allegations are very serious. It is not only concerning the politicians, it concerns the opposition politicians, it concerns the sitting ministers, it also involves the judiciary. So I think the allegations are very serious, and such type of allegations, the government should not back out. The government should come forward and say that yes, they are ready to face any probe. And these allegations need to come to light. People must know exactly what is the situation.
Okay.
And exactly what is happening.
Okay.
And what the government is up to.
Okay, let me get the final...
Yes. We had raised this issue several times.
Okay. I have exactly 40 seconds.
Our leader, Mamta Banerjee, had raised this issue several times.
Yes, I have exactly 40 seconds, and I'll give that to Amit Malviya. Amit Malviya, the question from the opposition is largely this, that if you feel that there is no basis to the entire allegation, then order an inquiry. Government should not be worried about it. You'll come clean.
Maria, the government is not worried at all. In fact, the government is saying that tell us specifically what is it that you want us to investigate, because the report that has come out says nothing. Either you indict the government for ordering unauthorized hacks of these numbers that are supposedly out there, or you give something that corroborates a need for an investigation.
But if there are allegations of this nature, if private citizens and constitutional head is feeling some kind of concern that his or her phone is subject of surveillance, shouldn't that concern be addressed?
Maria, you just had Vijeta on your program, and she said that 2 days ago she was contacted by some publication and told that her number was hacked. If certain numbers are hacked and some people are feeling discomforted, they would have ideally known about it. This is a report that pertains to 2017, 18 and 19. It's not something recent. Do you realize how vague this is and how everybody is on a fishing expedition? The opposition has got a great opportunity to derail the monsoon session because there are a lot of legislative bills that are pending and we need to get on with business.
All right.
That is the reality of the matter. And so are these international agencies who put out this bogus report a day before the monsoon session. Why can't we see that they are of interest people inimical to India's interests who want to hobble India's development.
All right,
It is
again,
too
the
obvious and
conspiracy
opposition
theory
playing
being
into their
floated
hands.
here. Thank you so much, Amit Malviya, for joining us. Vijayta, Jitin Jain, Nasir Hussain and Biswajit Deb. We will be seeing this story certainly play out also in the Parliament tomorrow. Reaction has come from Home Minister Amit Shah on this as well. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.